My name is Richard the Dungeon Crawler. Today, I have something a little bit different. We've been going over a lot of Robotech Palladium rules, so let's put all of these rules into practice. When I played Palladium games originally in middle school, I never knew if I understood the rules correctly. I actually remember rereading those rules several times with friends, and we hoped we got the rules down correctly. And to my surprise, when I was reading the comments, this seems like it was common. So today, let's go through character creation for the Invid Invasion rule set, and let's see if we can figure this out together. To create a character, we need the rules from the first Robotech rulebook, and the first step is what we would expect. We need to roll the 8 attributes. We roll 3 6-sided dice and add them up. What is different is the exceptional rule. If we roll a 16, 17, or 18, we get to roll another 6-sided dice and add that to the total. Totals of 17 or higher will receive an exceptional bonus. The first attribute is IQ, and it's what we would expect. It's your character's intelligence. An exceptional bonus is pretty nice. You get a one-time percentage bump for all skills, which we will go over later. ME, or mental endurance, rates the amount of mental stress your character can withstand. Exceptional bonuses increase saves versus psionics and insanity. So if you know someone who gets triggered easily, they probably have a low ME score. MA, or mental affinity, is your character's personal charm. Exceptional bonuses increase the rolls of trust and intimidation. PS, or physical strength, is your character's raw strength. The higher the PS score, your character can carry more weight. The exceptional bonuses increase the amount of damage in hand-to-hand combat. Physical prowess, or PP, is your character's dexterity. The exceptional skill is probably the most useful. It gives you bonuses in parry, dodge, and strike, which is used in combat and even mecha combat. Physical endurance, or PE, represents your character's stamina and durability. Exceptional bonuses will increase saves versus coma and poison. Physical beauty, or PB, is your character's attractiveness. Exceptional bonuses will increase your character's ability to charm and impress. Last is speed, which is your character's physical speed. Sorry, no exceptional bonuses here. Step 2 is determine hit points and structural damage capacity, or SDC. Hit points is easy to determine. You take physical endurance as a base number and add a 6-sided dice. Structural damage capacity, or SDC, is a little bit different. It's your character's physical toughness, and it's determined by your occupational character class. First, shouldn't this be in step 2? Because you need to know your OCC to determine your structural damage capacity. Let me know in the comments if I'm missing something. If you want to see a full breakdown of OCCs from across Robotech Masters and Invid Invasion, please check out my previous videos, link in the description. For SDC, check out the tables for the starting numbers. Some physical skills, like boxing, will increase your character's SDC. Civilian starting number is 10. The largest is 40, and that's with the Cyclone Riders. What takes the longest in character creation is selecting skills. OCC skills cannot be changed. They come with a specific OCC. For instance, let's take a deep dive into the Cyclone Rider. The Cyclone Riders come with Pilot Motorcycle, Pilot Cyclone, Cyclone Combat, Weapon Systems, also weapon proficiencies in Cyclone, Gallant, Heavy Weapons, and Hand-to-Hand Expert. You see numbers in the parentheses. These numbers are added to the standard percentage. For instance, Pilot Motorcycle starting percentage is 60, but Cyclone Riders get a 20% bump, so now it's at 80. Players will need to select 14 other skills. You also get additional skills at level 3, 6, and 11. For communications, players can select any with a 5% bump. I actually never selected any of these skills. I wanted to be a badass mecha pilot. You can also select any domestic skill, which are things like cooking and dancing. That's another skip for me. Cyclone Riders can only select basic electronics, which I also skipped. Espionage has some pretty cool skills a Cyclone Rider can select. If you want to play it as an intelligence agent who works behind enemy lines, these are some good skills for you. But if that's something you really want to play, I would suggest using the REF Military Specialist. Cyclone Riders can only select basic and automotive mechanics only. These skills do not include mecha repair, but they still can be very useful. The Cyclone Riders can only select First Aid, which could be good to select. Cyclone Riders can select any physical skill. Physical skills were actually my favorite category. Many of them give you bumps in attributes. For instance, boxing gives you a bump in dodge and parry. Cyclone Riders can select any piloting skills. If you want to pilot a flying mech, though, you'll need to get jet piloting in addition to mecha piloting. But you're limited to only basic mecha combat, but at least you can use the mecha in battle. For science, you can select math. That was another skip for me. For technical, Cyclone Riders can select any, but they get a 10% bump in demolitions. Rogue is a new category, and Cyclone Riders can select any. Streetwise is interesting. Characters with this skill can understand the dark, seedy underworld. Would Rook have had this skill? She seemed to know a lot about gangs. Wilderness skills is another new category. A Cyclone Rider cannot select any at character creation, but you can select them as you level up. Things like hunting and archery are included in this category. The last skill category is weapon proficiencies, and they're pretty nice. You get a +1 bonus, an additional +1 bonus at level 4 and 8. Let me know in the comments what skills you actually used and if you had any favorites. Step 4 is determining standard equipment, and I found this pretty easy. I just use the standard equipment from the OCC description. The Cyclone Rider can select any model of Cyclone. You also get the Gallant sidearm, which is a pretty solid weapon, and the standard body armor. Let me know in the comments if you gave out any other standard equipment for the Invid Invasion setting. The last step is rounding out the character, and this is the alignment section. In Robotech RPG, there is no neutral alignment. There is good, selfish, and evil. For good alignment, there's principled good and scrupulous good. A principled character is a standard goody-goody like Rick Hunter. A scrupulous good is much more jaded. The book states that a scrupulous character value freedom above all else and despise those who deprive others of them. The type of hero is portrayed by Clint Eastwood or Charles Bronson movies. Let me know in the comments who you think would be a principled and scrupulous character in movies and streaming. For selfishness, there's unprincipled. They're basically good, but they value their welfare above all else. The book says that Lin Min Mei was unprincipled. There is also anarchist selfish. This type of character indulges themselves in everything. Laws or rules infringing on the character are meant to be broken. Conmen, gamblers, and surgeons are typically anarchist selfish. This type of character teeter between good and evil. Let me know in the comments, who do you think fits this category? The last are the 3 evil alignments. They do not value human life, and to them, others are there to be used and discarded. The first evil type is miscreant evil. They are self-serving and seek power, wealth, and glory for themselves. They will lie and cheat anyone. The second type of evilness is abhorrent. They are basically honorable evil people. They do not torture for pleasure and will only lie to people that they do not deem worthy. The last alignment is the all-out evil person. This is the diabolical evil alignment. They are cruel, brutal killers. Let me know in the comments if you played any evil player, and how did it go? The 5 steps we outlined in the beginning are all complete, so what's missing? I think combat bonuses should have been a step also, so let's go over them quickly. Find the stats from the hand-to-hand skill you selected. Remember to add any bonuses from the attributes. If you are in a mecha, these hand-to-hand bonuses will stack with mecha bonuses. Find the stats for your mecha training. When piloting this mecha, the stats are combined with the player's hand-to-hand bonuses. So if your player's hand-to-hand bonuses is +2 to strike, and your mecha bonus is +2, your character will receive a +4 to strike. We went through a lot of information today. That was a lot of numbers and bonuses. Robotech Palladium could be kind of complicated, so thanks for figuring it out with me. If you made it this far, how about giving me a like? It'll tell YouTube you like what you saw. I'm working on a Palladium Robotech combat guide. If you'd like to support the channel, all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed, and you'll be notified when the next adventure is ready. And I'll see everybody on the next dungeon crawl.